certain imbalance and structure would be broken, right? The candle before that impulsive move is what we call an order block. But I want you to remember that order blocks are essential areas of supply and demand. Let's assume that we don't know about supply and demand, and we shall talk about it. Okay? Now you're focusing on an order block, right? So we have an example, like maybe this is your chart. This is your last candle. So this was a last candle of a bearish move, this red one, and then maybe price pushed up at a certain level. It took maybe the previous low. This last candle, if you are to mark it, that's what we call an order block, and this becomes a bullish order block. Simply, a bullish order block is the last bearish candle before price retraced or returned. So looking at this example, we can see that the red block was the last bearish candle before an impulsive move. That candle would normally consist most body with very, sometimes you may find that it has wick, but this is what we call our bullish order block, right? So a bearish order block also, you can say this becomes the last bullish candle. Maybe let's say a bearish order block, let's say price was pushing to the upside and it reached time it started falling down. So this last bearish candle before price tried to push up. So this is a chart example. You can see maybe at a certain level, let's say price was pushing up, right? And it simply went down. So you only use these. That's when I was telling you entry levels or taking a trade, it takes time. That you keep on complying and adding up things that will make you give you a safer trade. So now when we use order blocks to take trades, then after analyzing their market structure, knowing the trend, then they add up an order block. They say, okay, if price comes back here, I'll be trying to sell because now price gave an order block which was due to the previous breakout structure. So this is a chart example of a bearish order block. This is also an example of a bullish order block. I will talk about the last time, then I give my fellow time also talk about something. So in market, we have what we call imbalance, right? We have what we call an imbalance. Some pros who are here, they call it insufficient, and those who are not pros, those who are stars, they call it fair value gap, right? So the market insufficient, to avoid misunderstanding before I explain this, what is, I would like to highlight many terminologies. The same, some people call it imbalance, insufficient, and fair value gap. So all these terms refer to the same thing, right? It's the same thing. They call an uptrend, they call it a bullish market, and some people are going to call it a rally, a bit. There's a lot of words, but with the same meaning. So to make it simply, market insufficient occurs when the wicks of the that are separated by a distance or a gap do not meet. Insufficient in the market, on the other hand, is which the wicks do not have a gap between and actually meet. Understand that this may throw you the boat a little, but don't worry, I will show. So simply, let's say in the market, remember we are dealing with buyers and sellers, and that means they have to be 50-50. The buyers should be 50 and the sellers should be 50. Once at the same order, so this is what I'm trying to tell you. Whenever you see a certain candlestick, no matter whether it's bullish or bearish, whether it's red or green, this candlestick is considered of 50 buyers and 50 sellers, right? So whenever you see market is trending either up or down, those are pending, or like those are orders. In each candlestick, there are 50-50 buyers and sellers, right? So when you see, let's say for example, when you see candlesticks are like this, and maybe you see another one, you find another one, it's like maybe like that, and maybe you find another one, it's like this. So in this, maybe at this current movement, there is no what? There is no insufficient, right? Because when you try to put something like this measure, you will see that at the time, this candlestick did what? Do meet. But let's say if we have like this candlestick, some like that, maybe another one is like that one, and maybe another one is like this. This one has its own wick, and this one, and this one also has its wick, and also this one here, and also this, and also here. Okay, so when you try to draw a line here like this, you'll see the last wick, the wick of this first candle and the wick of the last candle never meet. They have this space. This is what we call imbalance, insufficient fair value gap